myself Dr. Divya, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Computer Application in Dr.S.DHIVYA College of Arts and Science, Autonomous. In this lecture series, we are going to discuss the tax rate. So the topic we are going to discuss is, again we are seeing important technology, because this technology only knows how to calculate all the values in the income tax. So the basic technology, there are so many technology we should know, because of course when we talk about accounting, there is so many technology we are using. Asset, liability, purchase, sales, received in advance, prepaid, somehow. So only before we know about this technology, we can work on the sums. Likewise in the income tax also, there should be understanding technology. Today we are going to see previous year, assessment year, and final we are going to see this person. Right? So last session I discussed, I asked you what is previous year, right? For example, which year we are running is, this is 25, right? So when we talk about the current year is called as the assessment year. First we should know what is current year. The person who is liable to pay tax, that person should know what is the current year, what is the previous year and the financial year. So the current year in the terminology in income tax we use it assessment year. So 2025 to 2026. In briefly we can say 1/4/2025 to till 31/3/2026. It is the assessment year. We should know, because the income which we have received for the previous year only will pay the tax to the government. The auditor will collect all the expenses and income detail and all the receipt details from the person for the previous year. So the last 1 year, what are the income we received, what are the expenses we made, all the details they gather it and they will pay for they will submit to the government on the current year. That is called the current year, or it may be an assessment year we can say. So the year will start from the first 1/4/2025 to 31/3/2026. So till March it is a current year only. Okay, for the business people. And that means when we talk about the previous year, we say, otherwise we can say it is a financial year. So the financial year is called as the previous year. So what is previous year? Current year is the previous year, we can say 2024 to 2025. In brief again we say 1/4/2024 to 31/3/2025 is the previous year. First we should know clearly, right? That one should be important. So the person is paid tax for the previous year in the current year. The person is paying tax for the previous year in the current year. Right? Okay. Next we see what is person. Who is person? In income tax, they are split. The person is the individual, Hindu undivided family, artificial person, and then they are dividing as a firm. So the fifth one is a company, and artificial beneficiary, and finally local authority. These are the persons section. So the section 231 says these 7 categories called as the person, because 5 heads of income we all know, only that is the income tax. So the income tax is paid not only the individual person, but the Hindu undivided family or the company they are running, or the firm or the authorities. So they are splitting the person into 7 categories. Okay. So first one, what is the individual? Who is individual? Might be might be called as a Divya. If I am a categories of salary person, or if I am a categories of if I am having my own house property, I am as a assessee for the Indian income tax, right? So individual we can say, even we can say our Prime Minister Modi, they are also individual. So individual is a person who is liable to pay tax to the government. They are called as a individual. Mr. Modi. also liable for, they are also called as a person in the income tax. And who is artificial person? The person who are name we can call the person who are market. They are having an individual associated with the separate reason for the activity. They are called as the association of person. And who is the first? The person comes under the Partnership Act since 1932. Two or more people join together and they started the business and they gain a profit or loss. They have to submit. They are called as a firm. And who is the company? The person who are the company with the it is registered under the Act 1956 of 2013. And they are starting the business and they are gaining the profit or loss, they are called as the company. And who is the artificial judiciary? The person have a general special act and under their act they are running the business, they are called as, for example, RBI. Under the RBI who are running, many balances are running, right? So the special or general act which is imposed on them and they are called as the RBI. RBI, under the RBI, nationalized bank or private sectors or branches in Tamil Nadu Limited Bank or Central Bank, Canara Bank, SBA, under all the banks. So RBI is the artificial judiciary. And another example we can take university. So under that Bharatiya University, many colleges are there. Even our SNS college comes under Bharatiya University and KG or NG whatever. So comes under the university. It is called the artificial judiciary. And who is local authority? Like in our area, there will be a municipal tax collectors, councillors, in our sectors, they are called as the local, who are having the local power in their area councillors, they are called as the local authority. Okay, based on this, I will give one question. It is an assignment you have to find out the 7 ways of the persons, list of the 7 persons in the, find out the questions, along with the questions, find out the answer for the person. Right? Thank you.